Hey guys, and welcome back. So today I have a golden bronze glam makeup tutorial. I am so excited because I love a full face glam. This one is specifically to look super bronzy, super glowy, and just perfect for summer 2019. So if you guys are interested, then just keep on watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and follow my Instagram, which is just Leyla. And I'm gonna waste no time, let's get into this. Alright guys, so starting off, I'm just spraying my face with a little bit of a hydrating spray just to prep, and then I'm going to be taking this Ciate primer, and this is a watermelon burst. It is so hydrating. I really like this. It's almost like a cooling gel, so in really hot weather this is actually really nice to put underneath your makeup because it's not only hydrating but it's also lightweight, which I really like, especially if I'm going to be wearing a lot of makeup. So I'm applying this all over my skin, and then I'm going to be going into applying a little bit of a golden base almost to give that golden effect underneath my makeup, because almost I want to recreate the effect as if I had a natural tan. I'm a little bit tanned but not really, like my face hasn't been free to really get a tan. So I've mixed together some liquid illuminator in this golden bronze shade and a little bit of my BB cream, and this just creates that kind of golden glow to go underneath your makeup. So next up I'm going to be priming my eyes, and to do this I am just using my concealer, and this is personally what really works for me, especially in the summer. I feel like it still works as long as I set it really well. I still find that it lasts and it doesn't crease or anything on me personally, so I like using concealer as a primer. Today I'm going to be using the Sandstorm palette from Barry M. I love this palette. It's so good and really inexpensive, which I love. So I'm first of all just taking a mixture of this orangey shade from the palette and also a little bit of Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek, just because it's a really good transition shade. I really want to build up that orangey warmth in the crease first of all, so I'm just taking a big fluffy brush to do this and to really concentrate this on the outer V. And I do want to make this quite exaggerated because I'm going for so much of a smoky look on the lash line. It can kind of get taken away when you apply a lot of black, so I want to intensify this the best I can, and I'm using a lot of warm browns and just applying them on top of each other and blending them together to make sure I create that kind of look. And to also make sure that it looks nice and sharp, I'm just going in with a makeup wipe just to clean up the edge and make sure that the shape is looking good all throughout. I am also applying a little bit of that dark brown eyeshadow from the palette just to the outer V to make it look a little bit more smoky. Next, I'm going to be taking this cream eyeshadow from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm going to be applying this onto my lid. I really like applying a cream shadow first, especially when I'm using metallics, just because I feel like it makes them pop a little bit more, definitely makes the pigmentation come out stronger. So I'm applying this first and then mixing together the two gold shades from the Sandstorm palette and just patting that on top, and as you can see we get a really nice golden bronze color, and I just think that complements this whole look. Next up, I'm going to be applying some eyeliner to my lash line, and I'm not going to go for anything too crazy. I'm just going to be applying something that is enough for my lashes to sit on and just to balance the top and bottom lash line, because I am going to be applying quite a bit of eyeliner to the bottom. And then I'm just going to be applying my mascara and then putting on my false lashes. The false lashes that I went for was something a little bit more wispy and something less voluminous. Like they are still quite voluminous but not too overly thick. They're a little bit more on the long side. Alright guys, so next up I'm going to be applying my foundation, and the foundation I'm using today is the Urban Decay Stay Naked. This is new and I love this. It's so nice. It's a medium coverage and it's actually really long lasting, which is perfect. It dries to like a kind of demi-matte finish, so it's not too over the top. I feel like it definitely still needs to be set, but it's just a really good summer foundation, so I'm obsessed over this. I'm just going to be applying that using a buffing brush, and I am going to be applying a little bit of extra foundation onto areas that need a little bit more coverage. I want my under eyes to be nice and bright, so I'm going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and applying quite a bit of this underneath my eyes. This is a really full coverage concealer, so you do not need a lot of this, but I really want my under eyes to be nice and bright. And I'm also going to be spraying my sponge using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray just to really make sure that this stays on and also make sure that it doesn't crease as well. And I'm just going to be patting that into my skin just to make sure that it's nice and blended into the rest of my foundation and everything before I set it. To set my concealer, I am going to be using the Banana Pro Filter powder from Fenty Beauty, and I'm just going to be patting this onto the under eye area and also any other areas where I can afford to have it a little bit lighter, just because this powder isn't translucent. And then I'm going to be taking the same Fenty Beauty powder but in this shade Cashew and use this to set all of the other areas that can be a little bit darker, so just like underneath my cheekbones, also around my temple area, anywhere where I don't want it to be brightening, I can apply this powder there because it's more of a match to my foundation shade. This look would not be a bronze look without, of course, bronzer. I'm taking Hoola Caramel from Benefit. This has definitely been my favorite bronzer of the year. I've been obsessed with this. It's just the most perfect shade, and I just couldn't imagine using anything else. It's just the perfect amount of warmth, the perfect amount of like that caramel tone. It's just literally the best bronzer shade, and of course it's matte as well, which really helps to shape the face. So I'm obsessed, and I use a big fluffy brush to apply this just because I like a more diffused look when it comes to bronzer, but I just apply it in specific places. So around my temples, I also apply it underneath my cheekbone and underneath my nose, all the areas that I just want to look a little bit more bronzed, and this also helps to shape my face as well. Next up, just to give my cheekbones a little bit more shape, I'm just going to be using some powder underneath my cheekbone, and this just really helps to clean everything up. And then I don't leave it for too long. I kind of dust it away fairly quickly just because I feel like it doesn't really need to be on for too long, otherwise it leaves a fair bit of a mark. So I just kind of powdered the rest of my face, made sure everything is nice and matte because my skin does get quite oily, and then I dusted away the excess powder. To finish off my eyes, I'm going to be taking some black kohl pencil and applying it to my waterline. This is from Buxom and it's super black, and that's definitely the kind of look that we want to go for. I really want the bottom lash line to be quite smoky. So I applied it also right underneath the lash line as well, and we're going to smoke this out with a little bit of that reddy brown eyeshadow that we used in the crease, and this was from the palette from Barry M. I'm just going to be using a small blending brush just to kind of buff out the edges of that eyeliner and just to kind of take that brown downwards and to give it that smoky look. And then I just took this highlight from Mercier and I'm applying it onto the cheekbones just to give it that golden glow. I wanted something that was a nice light champagne gold. And then I'm just finishing off the eyes using some mascara on the bottom lashes. I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera because I've done them so many times, and I do have an eyebrow tutorial that I'll just put in the eye now. And then I'm going to be doing my lips. I took Stripdown Lip Pencil from MAC and I'm applying this around the outer corner of my lip, just overlining slightly. And then I did take a little bit of Cappuccino. I know I always use the same pencil, but it's just such a good overlining color, and you guys know I do like to overline my lips, so I applied a little bit just to make it look a little bit more natural. And then I took this Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. This is in the shade Hepburn Honey, and then I also went on top of it with the Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss, and this is such a gorgeous color. It almost gave it a little bit more of a peachy shade, which I really like, and it gave a little bit more warmth to the lip because I wanted the lip to be nude, but I wanted it to look really healthy and glossy, so this definitely helped to achieve that. So guys, that is the end of this look. I just went ahead and applied some kind of like shimmery bronzer onto my chest and everything just to make myself look even more bronzed, but that is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you want to see more glam tutorials in the future. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more beauty and fashion videos, and also be sure to follow my Instagram, which is just Leyla. Also my vlog channel is here too if you guys are interested in more lifestyle and chill videos. And that's all from me today, guys. I will see you all in my next video, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.